look at a matchup like this, it's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
Greg Zuerlein now. He'll handle the honors to get us started. And off we go from Jacksonville. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes Jacksonville's offense, and Blake Bortles has to be feeling good after what he did against Indianapolis last week in the shutout win. Threw for 330 yards, scored a touchdown. It was a really good performance for him.
Not only does he have to feel good about it, how about the team, the organization as a whole? Because that's the Blake Bortles that they need. A guy who can hit the big passes, take care of the football, limit the turnovers, the guy that they need to lead this team, and he showed up this past Sunday.
Now the rookie first rounder from LSU, it's Leonard Fournette across the 30 to the 31-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Offensively, as we see the starters for the Jags, a crew last week without Leonard Fournette, but the running game, it still stepped up, didn't it?
It certainly did, because T.J. Yeldon, who they had drafted in prior years to be that lead running back, he put up 128 yards and a 58-yard touchdown run on just 9 carries. Also supplemented by Blake Bortles having a big day throwing the ball with 330 yards. So this is a team now that realizes they'll rely on their defense, want their offense to control the game running it, and that means head coach Doug Marrone not letting his ego get in the way, playing the way that they need to play to win ball games.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The defense here for the Rams.
Let's take a look at Michael Brocker's defensive tackle. This is a young man who understands leverage. Rarely do I see him bowled over by an offensive lineman. Usually he's the one who's underneath them, moving them, creating space, and getting upfield to make tackles.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. To throw is Bortles. Over the middle, the connection to Hearns. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Bortles on the hook up to Hearns for the Jaguar first down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Fournette, a first down carry, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. And the catch made here by Marquise Lee. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Bortles on the give to Fournette. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
And Leonard Fournette impressing there with that run. It's hard to believe that no Jacksonville Jaguar has broken 1,000 yards since Maurice Jones-Drew in 2011. I think Leonard Fournette could be that guy.
Even with the ankle injury last year at LSU, still averaged 6.5 yards per carry. And
absolutely intimidated opposing defenses. A lot of guys simply didn't want to tackle him.
On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Eighth play of this opening drive coming up. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Bortles. And he'll be out of bounds all the way down at the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Yards to go for the offense. 1st down and goal from that 5-yard line. They'll try to run with Ivory. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Chris Ivory, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. That's just a solid, methodical drive to start this game.
And how about how it culminated? Doing exactly what they wanted to do, getting the ball downfield, and then running it into the end zone. I'm just telling you, partner, when you run it in rather than throw it in, that hurts a defense psychologically a heck of a lot more.
A 10-play drive that time. And it's culminated by Chris Ivory taking it into the end zone. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And, oh, a big collision there. He's hit and knocked backward. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by their 6'5" quarterback out of North Dakota State. It's Carson Wentz.
As I studied him in college, I became more and more impressed with what I saw. I didn't worry about the level of play because he was running a pro-style system with a plum. I mean, this is a guy who played from the pocket, but also when he got outside of it, made big plays as well.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. A little more on Todd Gurley, by the way. His 4th 100-yard game in 2017 across the pond this last week. So we keep saying it, but the old Todd Gurley's back.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. This is who they drafted in 2015. This is the Todd Gurley they expect each and every season, plus the ability to catch the ball in the backfield. 4 catches for 48 yards in the game as well. But 4 100-yard rushing games so far in 2017, oh yes, that's exactly what he signed up for.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
On first down, it's Gurley. And an alley to run. And he's brought down. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And we will not see another play as time has run out on this first quarter. 7-0 is our score. More from Jacksonville after this.
The NFL on EA Sports is fueled by Gatorade, the sports fuel company.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10. Now they'll throw it. Wentz working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And that's one of his advantages of a passer, is it not? With his height, setting back there in the pocket, firing it over the middle, he can really see everything clearly.
It is, and I know that other quarterbacks get it done different ways, all right? You don't have to be his height to make a great play. But what he does is he takes away having to make those slide steps in the pocket to find angles to throw the ball through. He just throws right over the top of it because he can see everything, and sometimes that saves time and gets the ball to a receiver quicker.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call.
Holding offense.
So that one a hold right guard.
And you understand why offensive and defensive linemen probably go to martial arts schools and work on their hands so often, because that can be the make or break difference on a play. This time he had to grab a jersey in order to make the play happen. Got caught for the penalty.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. They find some open field here. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 13 on the play, and that'll make it 3rd down. Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Dumps it off to Gurley. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Throwing on 1st is Wentz. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. He spins free down to the 25. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Under 4 to play now. Clock running, 3rd down. From the gun, it's Wentz. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the 1st down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
Yeah, and on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. Now it's Zuerlein to try the Ram field goal. Right hash mark, a 42-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive only yields 3 points.
Yeah, they were able to move the football, but the defense stiffened once their backs were to the end zone, and they were able to hold them to just 3.
After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. To return it is Corey Grant. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. They had the touchdown on the opening drive of the ball game. It was countered by just a field goal. So, hey, if your guys can do that for 4 quarters, you're in good shape.
Yeah, it is a team game, so that's just good complimentary football. But, you know, I know I'm no brainiac, but you trade 6s for 3s, things are going to work out in your favor.
Throwing on 1st down is Bortles. And his throw here is incomplete. Now that incompletion gives me a chance to go in a different direction. You know, a few teams we've been talking about in the NFL that have had offensive explosions this year after struggles in the past, and one you mentioned, the Chiefs.
Yeah, think about it. Kareem Hunt, the rookie out of Toledo, has been phenomenal at tailback, but Alex Smith has opened it up on offense. I'm sure the drafting of Pat Mahomes had nothing to do at all with Alex Smith now becoming a bomber downfield.
And then the Saints, we talked about them nearly every week. What they've done, it's kind of a flip-flop of what we've seen in recent years.
Well, you start with the obligatory Drew Brees is great, and he still is, but they're running the ball more. It's the defense has been the issue for them that now is actually carrying them. This 4-game winning streak, it's been all about the defense. Plenty of takeaways and a lot of sacks.
And then the Rams.
Oh, my God, the Rams. Well, for years, we always said they were good field, no hit, meaning their defense was terrific, but they couldn't score on offense. add Sean McVay in as the new head coach, and they have opened it up in a huge way. An absolute offensive juggernaut. They're leading the league in scoring.
It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Back to the air on second down. It's Bortles. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Jaguars on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 10. Now Bortles again. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. And some room to maneuver. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Two minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Larry Ridley will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Wentz now on first down. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Now Wentz signaling frantically, let's get to the line. Wentz to throw on second down. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. The 20. And he'll be down deep into Jacksonville territory. That goes for a gain of 31.
The best passing attacks in the NFL often incorporate the guys out of the backfield catching the football. And that's what we just got on that play. As a primary receiver, not always just a check down, not always a safety valve. Sometimes they just get it to them right away because they have the matchup advantage.
From the red zone now, Wentz. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. 6 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a second down.
Not only did we just see back-to-back nice gains, but we're also seeing the confidence rise, not just for the guy who caught it, but the guy throwing it as well.
And these back-to-back catches here out of the backfield, that can set something up downfield in a later sequence, right?
A lot of the time, it starts to draw the defense closer to the line of scrimmage. So to your point, show this swing pass, show this check down. Maybe later on, you heave one deep when you catch him close to the spot.
Again, they'll throw with Wentz. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And before they can run this third down play, we're going to get a timeout, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Now Wentz again. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. Now it's Zerline to try the Ram field goal. And Zerline's kick is good. And they'll get it back within a point at 7-6. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
After the made field goal, Zerline back out there now to send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Now a play fake here on first down. And he slides to avoid the hit. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. So the offense took the timeout. Looks like they're ready to go as we get set to resume the action. To throw on second down. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd and the nose of the football. Shotgun now for Bortles. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. Here's Brad Nortman now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he'll power his way up near the 25. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. fielded about a yard deep. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. It's a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Gurley again here on 1st down. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Well, plenty of credit has to go to the guy carrying the ball. He broke the tackle and gained the yardage. But that doesn't necessarily mean that the defender's bad. They're not going to make 100% of the tackles all the time. Even the best in the game will miss one occasionally. The key is not to let it snowball and miss tackle after tackle. On that play, credit to the offense, but that doesn't make the defense bad.
On the handoff, it's Gurley. Good move by Gurley. Again, he finds an opening. Touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley, 42 yards. And the Rams are in for 6. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time, they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And he will find the end zone here, and the lead moves up to 7. And they're able to ground it in there on the 2-point try. And you and I were talking before the game that 2-point conversions from the 15-16 season, what has changed, what hasn't changed, partner?
Yeah, I'll tell you what's changed is just your normal strategy, because now you're either kicking the football with the ball on the 15-yard line, or if you decide to go for 2, they put it on the 2-yard line. So what are you thinking as a coach? Do I risk it? Do I go for it here? Do I try and gain a strategic advantage and maybe go for 2 early? That's what people are wondering about.
Zerline out now to kick this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. A fake to Fournette. Now it's Bortles to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Before the offense gets cranking again, let's talk about the Madden Classic. The first EA Major of the 2018 season happened. It's in the books. And Skimbo won it all again, his second title.
Yeah, and how about that? That's his real name, too, Michael Skimbo. But he goes by Skimbo as his gamer name. Wins it all. Came out on top, was it 24-20 against Raydell Joke Brito. So a heck of a final right there. Skimbo not only takes home $25,000, he takes home the belt, which I think might be more important to him. That tangible symbol of being the top player in the game.
Yeah, but $25K, that's more important to me. I should have played more video games as a kid.
Yeah, you should have. You and I combined, we're not getting a quarter off any of these guys, let alone winning a game.
The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Here we go now. Blue 45.
From the gun, it's Bortles. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
In today's football, where receivers break tackles, make people miss, get upfield for the extra yardage, when you see a play like that where it's caught and he's dropped on the spot, that's a big-time play by the defense.
Bortles now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin coming in from that outside linebacker spot to bury him for a loss of 7. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
On second down, here's Bortles. And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
If you run an out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 11. To throw is Bortles. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Connor Barwin in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Here's Brad Nordman now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. Now a give running left for Gurley. And that is what you call a hit stick. Put down to the ground hard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And third quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you've stopped the clock and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners. Keep moving it. Keep grinding clock.
Again, they run with Gurley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Rams out in front here. They've got control of the football as well as we get set for the fourth quarter. Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, Wentz. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Malik Jackson breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. And they weren't in zone coverage, they were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
On 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Throwing is Wentz. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Through the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there. Kick it. Put it through the post. Go up 2 scores.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And that'll hit in the end zone. Much too much leg there. That'll be a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Now on 1st down. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A Jacksonville first down on a pickup of 17.
And the game just keeps evolving. Big guys running those corner routes, so difficult to cover.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go now. Blue 45. Blue 45. 52.
Play action. Now it's Bortles. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cole. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. And a nice gain at 21 yards. So on that play, defense was in the zone. They ran a crossing route offensively, but the defense there, you got to be good with communication, don't you?
You certainly do, and it's not something that is really evident when you watch it on the screen. But everyone's talking, communicating, pointing, and it keeps you from chasing receivers because you have a specific zone you have to cover. When a receiver's in your zone and he crosses to another one, you got to let your guy know. They got a completion there, but I like the discipline they showed to stay in their proper areas and then make the tackle.
And it's incomplete.
That was a nice catch, but unable to stay in bounds. And remember, it wasn't a wide receiver who works on that all the time.
I was going to say, he likes to get the ball handed to him. Now, don't get me wrong, he's part of the passing game as well, but maybe a little out of his comfort zone there.
Yeah, he might want to have a few words to say to us about that later, but I am still going with you on that one. Wide receivers work on it a little bit more.
Bortles will try again on 2nd down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking to get it to Allen Hurns that time. And it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Again, it's Bortles. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Connor Barwin getting him once again. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Yeah, and that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Here's Brad Nordman now. He's been terrific so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. Now a handoff for Gurley. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They'll get 6 on the play, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So a defensive timeout, chance to regather, regroup, and get set as we resume action. And now a first down following that long gain. Now it's Gurley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. Second down to the offense in search of 6 yards. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. And a new set of downs here after picking up the first on the ground. They'll try a handoff right with Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
So while the offense has had a big day, no one on that side of the ball is excited about seeing a loss like that. Their goal, to make every play positive. And when you have a bad one like that, your next goal is to not let it spiral into more.
And here comes play number 6 on this drive. Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a third and about 13. The Rams on third down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Wentz with a kneel down, and that will be the final act of this game. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.